Please begin by stating your name and your title here.
Jacob Ullman, Vice President of Production.
So what is that? What does your job title entail?
I have kind of three main things I oversee. I oversee our NFL game coverage, which means everything from who our producers are, who our directors are, announcers, dealing with the NFL, dealing with where our production crews, what games they're scheduled to, kind of every bit of the minutia during the week and making sure things run smoothly. And then on Sundays when we're on the air, making sure everything goes smoothly with our broadcasts, and also coordinating all our transitions between our games and our studio here in Los Angeles. In addition to that, I kind of do the same thing with our NASCAR coverage, our race coverage, and then I find and audition new talent and announcers for us.
So is there like a specific way that you got into this field? Like, was this what you planned on becoming and studying?
To some degree, I went to USC. I was a broadcast journalism major, with a minor in sports studies. My whole life, since I was like 2 or 3 years old, I wanted to be a sportscaster. I wanted to be a play-by-play announcer. So that's what I studied in school. I ran our student radio station. I worked in the athletic department, and I also interned my junior year at Prime Ticket, which used to be an independent regional sports network, which actually Fox Sports owns now. And then I started at Fox Sports the summer between my junior and senior year in June of '94 when Fox first got the NFL contract. I worked here part-time my senior year, and then I graduated, and I was like, I could get a full-time job at Fox, or I could move to Iowa and do minor league baseball. So I said, well, I'll stay in LA and give Fox a chance for a year. And another year went by, and then another year went by, and then I just,
Oh, wow, that's
20
great.
years later,
Oh my God.
I'm here.
So since you've had so much experience, is there any specific advice you'd give to students interested like in this field or just generally?
Yeah, I think the key, and just even like what I was talking about when I was in school, I ran the student radio station. I announced 3 radio shows a week. I do play-by-play on our football games and our basketball games. I also worked in the athletic department. So I was doing stuff at school preparing me for what I do now.
Right.
I also had 2 internships. I worked at Prime Ticket and then here at Fox Sports when I was in school. So I did all that before I graduated. And I think that at that time that was more a rarity. Now when I get resumes, I mean, people are graduating and they already have a full resume. So I think, not everybody knows what they're going to want to do immediately, but as much as you can kind of hone in on at least a direction if you want to go in sports, if you want to go on TV, and kind of get stuff relevant to that. Because if you show up here at Fox Sports and you've worked, this summer you worked in a bank and you did, an insurance firm, it puts you really in a tough position when you compare yourself to all the other candidates who have really honed in and this is what they want to do, and it's become beyond competitive.
Definitely. And I'm trying to think of, do you have anything else that you want to say about your job that you haven't mentioned that you'd like to let students know besides what you just said?
I mean, I think the best advice I can have is just, be diligent, be organized. In school, if you get a B or a C, sometimes that's okay, right? That's getting by. In the real world, a B and a C doesn't really cut it. So when you get to the quote-unquote real world, you have to perform at a higher level than you probably have ever, achieved before. And it's competitive out there, but it's also rewarding. I look at it when you're in school, you pay to be in school. In the real world, you get paid to be in the real world. So there's lots of positives.
Very true. Okay.